LG released a new UltraFine 4K display, but this one is a bit different than the UltraFine monitors that LG teamed up with Apple on a couple years ago. In this video, we're going to go over the new LG 32UL950 4K UltraFine display and see whether it's worth purchasing. If you've used an LG monitor before, or maybe saw our coverage of the 5K ultrawide, you'll notice a very similar design theme with these monitors. The new 4K UltraFine follows those footsteps with the black front with white back two-tone design, as well as the curved base and plastic monitor arm. The monitor itself is tilt and height adjustable and even allows for portrait orientation. It's not as crazy as our Dell 49-inch ultrawide portrait style, but it's far more practical and doesn't need to be propped up against a wall either. If the monitor stand is not your thing, this monitor is VESA mount compatible and is probably the best route to go for maximum desk space. The I/O ports on the back are very interesting, as it not only features an additional USB-C port, something that most LG monitors that I've tested recently seem to forego, but both USB-C ports are Thunderbolt 3 capable. This leaves you with a lot of versatility, like high data transfer speeds, 60-watt charging for your MacBook, and the ability to daisy chain two 4K monitors without having to use any additional ports on your MacBook. The monitor also features the usual two USB Type-A ports, a display port, and an HDMI port, as well as a 3.5mm headphone jack. The bottom of the monitor is where your joystick-like button is located that you'll use to turn the monitor on, switch between inputs, and control various settings. There are also internal speakers which do get quite loud, but don't have the best sound. It can definitely get you through if good audio for music or other streaming media is not your goal, but I recommend picking up some desktop speakers. Finally, the front of the monitor design is a bit interesting. You'll notice the slim bezels around the whole monitor, which is great, but there's also no room for a built-in webcam, so keep that in mind if that is important to you. In fact, the entire front of the monitor was a bit strange to me at first. Full disclosure, I actually thought my unit was defective when I took it out of the box because it looked like the plastic bezel surrounding the display had separated from the glass of the display. Instead, that's actually the design element of this monitor. It sort of looks like LG took a piece of glass and just kind of pasted it on a plastic body. Now that I know that's what it's supposed to look like, I do think it's kind of cool and it's a little unique. With all of that said, how well does this monitor perform, and does it live up to the UltraFine moniker? Kind of. For the record, I think this monitor is pretty fantastic looking. It's very crisp and the text is sharp, and you can see a lot of detail in images. The 4K and 5K UltraFine monitors are the closest third-party options to Retina displays found on iMacs, MacBooks, etc. It looks really, really good, and it's a high-glass, high-resolution display. This IPS nano cell display is very nice, but it's not going to look quite the same when side by side to the 5K UltraFine, which would be the closest monitor in not only price, but as well as size. The display is also pretty big, coming in at 32 inches, and is not an ultra-wide, but more of a traditional monitor aspect ratio, offering a resolution of 3840 by 2160 at 60 Hz. Keep in mind that because it's not a Retina display, running this monitor at full 3840 by 2160 resolution might be a bit small for your liking. It's not unusable like some of the other monitors, but it was a bit small for me. The sweet spot is either the next best available resolution of 3360 by 1890 or 3200 by 1800. The monitor also supports high dynamic range, and its big selling point are the colors. This monitor offers some fantastic color range with DCI-P3, meaning it reproduces digital color content and looks just as it did while shooting your subjects. The monitor has excellent color accuracy, which allows for better shadow details, colors, brightness, and saturation during editing and post-production. So in a nutshell, if you're a graphic designer, photographer, video editor, or really do anything that relies on color accuracy, then this is going to be the monitor for you. I've been editing my last few videos with this monitor, and it's been an absolute pleasure to work with. I can definitely notice the improved color accuracy, and having the extra screen real estate as opposed to my 27-inch iMac Pro monitor has been really nice. The monitor isn't too big or too small, it's pretty much just right. One thing to point out, LG monitors and MacBook Pros, specifically from last year, have had their fair share of issues, and a lot of comments on LG's website say that the 2018 MacBook Pros do not work well at this monitor. Well, I've been using the monitor with my 2018 MacBook Air throughout testing, as well as my 2018 MacBook Pro, and I've yet to notice any issues with this monitor. Both machines have worked flawlessly. So if you're interested in a new monitor for any content creation or digital media, this is a good option. As far as gaming is concerned, the monitor is only capable of 60 Hz, but does support Radeon FreeSync as well as Dynamic Action Sync. I probably wouldn't spend this amount of money on this monitor if gaming is your only intention. It is capable of some light gaming, but it's more of a content creation kind of monitor. Which brings us to one of the few negatives about this monitor, and that is the price. This monitor retails for $1,299 on LG's website, but is on sale at the time of this video on Amazon for $1,096, so you'll save a little bit of money there. The price is a little more expensive than the UltraFine 5K monitor from LG that we talked about, and although I think that display is a little bit better, it's not as color accurate and it's 5 inches smaller. I do think both monitors would be a great value priced at under $1,000. So what are your thoughts on the 32-inch 4K UltraFine from LG? Let us know your thoughts and what monitor you're currently using for work, home, or gaming in the comment section down below. This has been Dan with Mac Rumors. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.